Are there some really basic observations you could share about what you've seen from the different platforms? Like, this seems to work well on YouTube, but doesn't work on TikTok, or TikTok likes these things, or I've seen the algorithms change in this way over time. Any
Right.
any any basic things you can, I mean, I'm sure you could go in super deep, but just like some general observations that you've had comparing some of the platforms and how they seem to work.
Yeah. So I think if we're talking about short form content, reels and stuff like that, they're all pretty similar. I'd say TikTok is way more extreme than all the others because if your video does well, it's going to spread to way more people than even Instagram or YouTube most of the time. But on the other hand, it works, the other way as well. So if your video doesn't perform well, like your followers are not even going to see it. Whereas on Instagram, I feel like it's more consistent. So more of your followers will see your posts even if they don't go viral. Same on YouTube. But yeah, it constantly changes. Like these platforms, the algorithms are constantly changing. So you got to just see what works. On YouTube, they introduced the shorts
Hmm.
uh, feature, which is basically to compete with TikTok. And it's almost like an entirely different platform. So if I post a short, it'll get a certain amount of views. If I post a regular video, like a longer video, it'll get different number of views, and it's a different type of video as well. So if you're making longer videos, that's a whole other thing. Like you gotta, I mean, it's kind of the same concept. You gotta grab people and get them to watch the whole thing. But I feel like in many ways it's harder with long videos because you gotta keep them engaged for 5 minutes, ten
Yeah.
minutes.
Do you feel on YouTube that you get a little bit more leeway with those first seconds? I know YouTube still stresses like the first few seconds, but when you're on YouTube, chances are you've seen an ad and had to click through. And do you feel
Right.
that you have a little bit more time? Like people are willing to give you a few extra seconds to make it
Not
interesting compared.
anymore. I feel
Really?
like it used to be like that. Like I look at my analytics, I see all the data and the retention and stuff like that. And if you don't get people interested immediately, they're just going to click off. They're going to click, to the next video. So definitely doing things like long intros, logos in the beginning, stuff like that, that just doesn't work anymore. You got to get straight to the point and
When
cut
you
out
t
anything that is not necessary, that is not absolutely necessary.
Hmm.
when you talked about short form platforms sort of all copying each other in some way, do you end up creating this stuff and editing it sort of on your own, and then you just post the same thing everywhere, or do you use the in-app editing tools, or like how much is it just a thing that gets syndicated everywhere?
Oh no, I do all my editing in Final Cut Pro, and yeah, I don't rely on the tools. I think those tools work if you're shooting the video with your phone and doing it on the app itself.
Mhm.
Obviously, I don't do that because these are music videos, so there's a lot more work involved.
Just one of many dozens or hundreds of those videos on your channel.
It's funny that you show that one because that one I did that one for my TikTok audience. Obviously, it's the TikTok logo,
Oh, and
and
I
then
played it on Instagram,
no,
right?
and that's fine. But then I decided to share it on Instagram and YouTube, and just the comments were so funny. It's like so many people like hating on TikTok, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, what's the difference? Like, you're on this platform, you're seeing the same content. Like, what's
Right.
the
What
Loyalists.
yeah.
since you're posting these things on multiple platforms, I'm assuming that you aren't posting on TikTok and then having it pushed to Instagram or things like that, or are
No,
you?
I do it
I
individually on
Yeah,
every platform.
I
Yeah.
was curious because I've heard that even though I still see reels that are doing well on Instagram that have the TikTok logo, I've heard that Instagram does not like that watermark and
Yeah, if
tends
it
to
has the
suppress it.
watermark, it detects it and doesn't spread it
Yeah.
as much. So, yeah, you gotta make sure you don't also, the download from TikTok is gonna be terrible quality, so you don't wanna just repost that. Just post the original source on every platform.